I'm not sure exactly how this works. It looks like it's working though. So let's see. What am I even doing on here again? Oh, that's right. I have no idea how any of this works. Whether it's even working or not, no idea. All I know is I'm getting shot at now. Okay. Okay. That's what's shooting at me. Oh, damn, I fell. And that's enough of that guy. Alright, let's see if it's actually working now. If I pop into here. Is it actually working? Yeah, it appears to be working just fine. Okay, lovely. Alright, so now that I've messed with this a little bit and I got the hang of it, let's see. Ideally, I'm just here kind of messing around playing with the broadcast settings, but while I'm here, hell with it, why not? So, a few things in Destiny 2 that I am personally looking forward to. Number one, let's touch base on this lovely Whisper of the Worm. So, most of our viewers, most of our viewers here do or at least did play Destiny at some point, still continue to play Destiny, so those of you who fall into that category, I guess the way to put it, are already completely understanding what I'm talking about when I say Whisper of the Worm, aka Black Spindle. For those of you who do not know anything about Destiny aside from what you've seen and what we've talked to you about, is the Black Spindle was a sniper rifle in Destiny 2, a very good one at that. Or sorry, in Destiny 1. It was a very good sniper rifle. One that you had to go through a certain time frame, or go through a mission and then complete a little side step in that in a certain amount of time in order to even receive it. And so now in Destiny 2 they've kind of given us that back in a rework, is a way of putting it. It's called the Whisper of the Worm, and it has a very interesting lore tab. I'm sure Malcolm or I, or Bird or I can do a lore video on that at a later date, considering this is the first broadcast I think I've ever done, so it's all new to me and I don't want to jeopardize what could be a great video by just doing shoddy work at best. So that is coming up, and it's available to get now, and it's one of the hardest things you can even get. So there's that. So I've been looking forward to that guy right there. So pretty much it's all about the worm god Zol that we defeated in Warmind campaign. We defeated him, but because we did not defeat him in his throne world, then it does not count per se. Throne world meaning, back in Destiny 1 how we killed Crota, we killed him in his little throne world. And Oryx on the Dreadnought in Kingsfall raid, that was also in a throne world. They are gone for good, unless for some odd reason Necromancy can bring them back. I hope not, because Nokris has that power. Nokris being one of Oryx's other sons as well. What the hell? Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. So that's what that's surrounding. Is he's not really dead, and he's whispering to us, and this is Zol whispering to us, leading us to this rifle, and urging us to use it and wield it as a weapon. Wielding him essentially as a weapon because he is supposedly imparted into this weapon. So it has its good things, but it's also got its giant drawbacks of every time we kill something with it, we are in turn making him stronger, which could turn around and nip us pretty bad if we don't handle it accordingly. So just a couple things to think about there. Another thing that we're all pretty excited about, I'm sure, Forsaken comes out in just under 2 months. That is going to be the biggest expansion I think I've ever seen in any game ever when it comes to platform. It's 104 gigs, and it's just ridiculous. Like, Fallout games, pretty popular game from Bethesda. You know, Fallout averages 60 to 70 gigs for a game, and that's for the full open world game that you get access to. So this is on top of what we already have here in Destiny 2, which is really extensive when you stop and think about it. But don't mind that, my child likes to speak. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So on top of everything we already have, we get even more. We get 104 more gigs of content. So we're looking potential game and a half worth of content, and that's coming up here shortly. There's new exotics, there's new story missions, there's a whole new weapon type that they're adding, which I am overly excited for. It is a freaking bow, and they're reworking how our weapon slots work. They're reworking all kinds of things like that. Unfortunately, they are killing off everyone's favorite comic relief in the Destiny world, which is Cade 6. Hopefully, they go about it the right way. We kind of seen a cinematic of how it is, and those players at E3 got to see the actual thing. And so from what I'm seeing from them, or heard from them rather, in their videos, is they're not too ashamed of it. They're not really too in shock. They're not too disappointed with how it went. So that leads me to believe that at least went well. So, to touch base on Cade 6 dying, he is killed by Prince Uldren of the Reef. And he is a character that everyone has hated since Destiny 1. I'm going to stop the broadcast though right now, and we're going to save this